What's up, guys? Today I am going to be starting my very first ever journey into oil pastels. I have never ever used oil pastels before, but I've had a request for somebody to give me a try, for me to give them a try. So I figured why not? And I drew up this spooky little sketch here. It's not perfect, but I wasn't aiming for perfection since this is just going to be oil pastel practice. I think I'm going to call it hide and seek, though. It's kind of cute. I tried to do various different levels of detail and texture and things like that with this oil pastel drawing here, or what should be an oil pastel drawing. I've never used, like I said, I've never used oil pastels before, and I don't really have high quality ones. I have these ones that came in the art set that my son got for Christmas. And so we're just gonna give it a go. I think I'm gonna start here with the very background, in the sky here. I've only got one blending stump, but I did get a handful of these Q-tips. And we're gonna go ahead and give it a go. I did watch a few beginner style things kind of on the internet on kind of an introduction to oil pastels. So I don't know how well it'll work. We're gonna give it a try though. And it kind of just seems that you kind of start by scribbling them on. Maybe I should have gone lighter with my I don't know, maybe I'll be able to cover that up. Yeah, I can already tell by using these that these are not high quality at all. That's okay, because we're just playing around. And we're learning in case I decide I really like oil pastels. I've never really given them a fair chance. I've always just kind of looked at them and thought, oh yeah, like fancy crayons, right? Well, not really, according to what I watched. Not really like fancy crayons at all. So it seems that you can blend them and layer them if you know what you're doing. And yeah, I'm sorry for the screen shaking which is going on, because I know it's probably is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go kind of around these, because I kind of want them to be like lights. We'll go around them kind of with the light green here. And then we'll blend that kind of into the yellow and then hopefully into the white like I was doing. And we'll see how that turns out. Although using these from my son's very cheap art kit, it's making me think maybe I want to go and get something a little higher quality, because the video I watched did say that quality does matter. It usually does with most art mediums. And I'm having to like really push down hard to get these to make any sort of, to leave any sort of pigment behind. And I can tell just by scraping them around that these super cheap ones, it's very dry. Like, I'm already not liking the cheap ones that much. Well, that's okay. It's all a learning experience. That is something to remember, that most art is, in fact, a learning experience. You don't always have to stick by the books. You can always play around and figure out your own thing with what you're doing. Don't be afraid to explore mediums, combine mediums, mix them with unconventional things, even if it doesn't work. Then it's like, oh, well, now I know. But, you know, if they do work, then it's like, oh, cool, I learned something new. You know? I figured out something cool to do with them. I wonder if there's anything I could do to make these oil pastels respond a little bit better, though. See, look, they're not even really wanting to blend. They're so cheap. I'm remembering an old trick that we used to do with our eyeliner. Sometimes I still do it, where you'd heat it up with a lighter before applying it. I wonder, I'm gonna go ahead with my first layer for the background here. And then we might go ahead and try to see if we can maybe heat one of these bad boys up with a lighter and get it to work a little bit better. Just to play around and experiment. Because I know that works with crayons, and honestly, these low quality oil pastels are feeling a lot like crayons. I'm not gonna lie here. Go ahead and we'll put in our colors where we want them. Just kind of block all those in for the background really quick. Oh. A lot of the pieces that I did see in those beginner, oh yeah, those are horrible. That's awful. Oh my goodness. Well, the thing I'm learning from my first attempt is that quality doesn't just matter a little bit when it comes to these things. Quality matters a whole lot with these things. These are really, really bad. Oh my. These are really bad. Oh, I got a lighter right here. Let's give it a go. Oh, yeah, that made it super melty. Well, it did give us a little more pigment on paper, but look at how quickly it dried back to normal, even with hitting it with a lighter. I'm going to try that a few more times just to see how it works. That could work, but I feel like the effort with the lighter on these cheap oil pastels is not worth the time. Although that could make for an interesting, yeah, see, it's not even wanting to stick to the paper unless I keep it hot. Well, I'm going to keep trying with it here. We'll see if we can get it to do anything. Oh, those are bad. Those are really bad. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stop that there. Well, now we know. Attempt 1 with the cheapest possible oil paints in existence was an absolute failure. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but they're not creamy or smooth at all. They are like, that stuff is like candle wax. It's like even worse than just trying to use crayons. It's, oh wow. Wow, that's awful. What happens if I watch me light the whole thing on fire? See that? Smoothed it up briefly, but even then it's not blending. It's just peeling right off the paper. All right, well, now we know. Attempt number 1, failure. I'm probably going to have to go out this weekend and buy some higher quality oil pastels for attempt number 2. I can't wait to see you guys there. Stay happy, stay safe, stay spooky, and we will see you later. Bye.